Hi, I'm Jennifer Pendergrass. I'm an ESOL teacher and the coordinator for ESOL Professional Learning in a Northwest Georgia school district. I'm also the president of Georgia Teachers of ESOL, which is a nonprofit organization that supports ESOL teachers around the state. If you have a son or daughter who is currently in the ESOL program or has been in the ESOL program, or if you're just curious about Georgia's ESOL program, this presentation is for you. All of our students in the ESOL program are multilingual, so they speak more than one language, and I'm sure you realize this is one of the greatest gifts you can give to your child, to be bilingual and to be associated with two cultures. It's a beautiful, enriching thing. If you were in the ESOL program when you were younger, the ESOL program looks very different now than it did then. So we're going to talk about what the program looks like now. The first thing that we'll cover is how students are identified for possible inclusion in the ESOL program. When you enroll your child in school, there is an enrollment packet, and part of that enrollment packet for all students is the home language survey. This home language survey asks 3 required questions. Which language does your child best understand and speak? Which language does your child most frequently speak at home? And which language do adults in your home most frequently use when speaking to your child? What happens is you fill out all of that enrollment paperwork, including these 3 questions, and you send that enrollment packet back to the school. And then your ESOL staff is alerted if the answer to any of these 3 questions is anything other than English. At that point, it's the school's responsibility to screen the student and see how much English the student is able to listen to, speak, read, and write. The first semester of kindergarten in some districts, only listening and speaking are assessed because those districts reason that students aren't yet reading and writing. But the domains for students who are older, they're screened in all of those domains. And these are the 4 domains that guide the ESOL program. So students who have any answer other than English on the language survey are then screened. And if it's determined that students do have some areas of language where we could work to improve their English, then a notification letter will be sent home to those parents. After that, students who are enrolled in the ESOL program will take the Access for ELLs assessment every year. And that assessment is on those same 4 domains, listening and speaking, and reading and writing. It shows us, when they take it every year, how their English proficiency is growing from entering, beginning, to developing, expanding, and bridging, and then reaching proficiency. Once students are reaching or nearing proficiency, then we'll know that they are ready to exit the ESOL program. So that annual assessment, Access for ELLs, really is critical to showing that your child is acquiring English every year, and it shows us when they're ready to handle the classroom without additional ESOL support. Okay. So let's talk about what you can expect from ESOL Services. Under Title IV, districts have to ensure that multilingual learners can participate meaningfully and equally in educational programs and service. This means if your child would otherwise be eligible for gifted or special education classes, those things are still available to your child. So it's important that your district and your school, in a timely and valid and reliable way, screen students to identify them. And we're really doing a good job of that in the state of Georgia. We're using WIDA screeners and trying to get those students as quickly as they enroll, as quickly as possible, we get them enrolled in the ESOL program. You'll also notice that your ESOL teachers are likely qualified staff and that your schools have great resources to support those English learners. You're going to notice that your child has equal access to all school programs, activities, and services. That your ESOL program, as much as possible, avoids segregating from other students. And you're going to also notice that your child is learning grade level classwork. So if you've moved here from another country and there are a couple of years of missing formal education, you will notice that your child will be placed on grade level or maybe just 1 year behind that, but they will not be put all the way back in kindergarten. If your child moves here at 15, they don't have to start in kindergarten. They're going to have age-appropriate content work and differentiated language work. And then, like I said, the Access for ELLs test is what lets us know when students are proficient. So Georgia has really done a great job of building ESOL programs that support students and make sure that they're getting what they need from the entire school. They're learning grade level curriculum, and the language expectations are differentiated when necessary, but grade level content instruction and language instruction is connected, and your ESOL teachers are likely working closely with those grade level teachers. So what is your role as a parent in the ESOL process? Make sure that you complete that home language survey completely and accurately so that your school has the information that they need to determine which students need to be screened. But know your rights. If your child is screened for ESOL, but you prefer not to have them included in ESOL classes, then you are able to waive services. You can call the school and let them know that you'd like to have a meeting with the ESOL teacher and content teacher and discuss why you want to waive services and sign that form. You have the right to change your mind about that every year that the student is eligible. So just know that if you waive services, we will continue to offer that Access for ELLs test every year. And that's important because that's the only way that your child is going to be able to score high enough to completely exit out of the program. So even if you waive services, we will continue to offer that Access for ELLs test. And then when your child has reached proficiency, they will exit the program. In between that time, you can also reach out and get to know your ESOL teacher. Contact your teacher to discuss English language proficiency progress or any concerns that you have. We would love to have a close partnership with you. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me at jpendergrass@gatesol.org. I'm glad to make connections with you and answer any questions you have about the ESOL program. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope that you and your son enjoy this information. Thanks, guys.